It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for hanging out with me today. On the program today, my friends, we are going to music from the band Duran Duran. And I am happy that you are here because this is the first time that Duran Duran has appeared on the channel. Our friend Andrew said, come on now, you gotta include some music by Duran Duran, especially the song Ordinary World, which is the one that Andrew suggested to us. So that's the one that we are doing. This is the lead single from their self-titled 7th album, an album also known as The Wedding album. It was released in early 1993, so it is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. Duran Duran was formed in Britain in 1978, and they experienced great success during the decade of the 1980s, but as the 90s rolled around, they were suffering a bit of downturn in their commercial popularity. But this song that was leaked to radio stations just kind of to see how people would react to it became the breakthrough song for their resurgence. And as I read in, lead singer Simon Le Bon wrote the lyrics to this song, and he wrote it about his late friend, David Miles. And Simon said this about the song. He says that it's about trying to get over the death of a best friend. And putting it into words freed me. It really worked for me both emotionally and mentally, and everyone who has heard it can apply it to something in their life, but for a different reason. So yeah, it's about experiencing loss and trying to find the ordinary in a world that is no longer ordinary, or no longer something that you can fathom without your friend or your loved one to experience it with you, right? It's a really powerful song. And loss is something that I think all of us can understand and empathize with on a certain level. So let's take a look, friends. We've got Simon Le Bon on lead vocals. John Taylor is on the bass. Nick Rhodes on keyboards. John Jones also on the keyboards. Warren Kukurolu is on acoustic and electric guitars, and Steve Ferrone is on the drums and percussion. I will say this, y'all. This one came out in 1993. I was in high school during the time. I have heard the tune. I have liked the song before, but I've never really given it a critical listen. So this will be fun. I've got my keyboard nearby if I want to play along. So let's do it, y'all. Duran Duran, Ordinary World. Off we go. All right. Bright suspended 1 chord to a minor 5 right off the bat, and it's a really cool setup for this lead line in the guitar. And the fact that it's done with an acoustic is even cooler. So the verse starts on a C sharp, goes up to E, goes up to F sharp. Right? So the verse is in this minor key. Goes to G sharp, and then, oh, that's cool. Okay. And it resolved to the major key, B major. Beautiful. So B for the chorus and then C sharp for the verses. To E, to F sharp, and back to C sharp minor. sharp, right? When he gets to the pre-chorus, it goes to G sharp. Ah. No, that's that. Cool. Cool. Just kind of got lost there for a minute. It's a great song, isn't it? Brightens up. B major is such a bright key for something so sad, right? For a topic that's sad like this. But we've got descending fourths, right? So there's the B, minor 5, then flat 3, goes down to flat 7, goes down to 4, goes down to 1. Like 4 amen cadences in a row. You can't get any more of a musical hug than that. I will learn to survive. And as I try to make my way in the ordinary world, I will learn to survive. It's a story of empowerment, of survival amid heartbreak, amid loss. I forgot how much I really grew to this. It's 30 years since I've been in high school, friends. So some of these songs that were popular back in the day that I really haven't listened to for decades just come back, and they remind you of those times, but they also remind you we were listening to some really cool tunes back in the day. That's really special. Really special. Here's what I was talking about. I'm going to come over here. Hi, y'all. Here's what I'm talking about in that verse when I talk about amen cadences. If you're in the key of B, right, the 4 chord would have the tonic note in it, right? So if that's Do, then Do is in the 4 chord, and you can resolve the 4, right, down to 1. So what they do in that is they start off with this B, then F sharp minor, then they went to D, right? D down D. That starts the amen cadences. Down to A, down to E, down to B. So you get D to A to E down to B, descending fourths like that as we finish up the song, and it just allows each part of the phrase to just melt into the next, and it's enveloping us, and it's making us know it's going to be okay. So amidst the music, which is so empowering itself, right? We have the lyrics. that are saying, I don't cry for yesterday. Somehow there is going to be an ordinary world that it will be here for me. I just have to find it, and so that I can abide in it. And I can't remain broken like this. I've got to move on with my life, I think, is the message that they are saying here. Duran Duran, what a great band. This really did spark their resurgence, as I said. They weren't sure where they were headed. They had had a big decade, and this kind of sparked their return to prominence as a major voice in the pop rock genre. And the band is active still today. They released their 15th album in 2021 that was called Future Past. And this year, in 2023, all these years later, they are embarking on an extensive European and North American tour in 2023. So my best to the band, and that was really cathartic and a lot of fun for me to play along with Duran Duran. Hope that didn't mess y'all up too much. It's great fun for me. That's what I've done for my entire adult life. How I interact with music as I hear it. A lot of time I will hear stuff on the radio, and I'll try to figure out, okay, can I go home and play it? Can I remember it? How did that go? How did that go? That's part of the daily practice of exercising your musical ear. And after 25 or 30 years, I've gotten relatively decent at it, but it's a lot of fun for me to participate with the musicians as they sing and play their instruments, and it's just wonderful to get to share that with all of you. So thank you, Andrew, for suggesting this one today. Thank you to all of you for watching. This has been the Daily Doug. We will see you next time on another edition of the Daily Doug.